I invite His Highness, Announce Sarah Obule.
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Rivers State, and by the grace of God, the governor that will lead us till 2031. Let me start by thanking Your Excellency for your presence here. Also thank you for the visit to Paklak's family immediately he died. We appreciate you. We thank you. The chairman of the Elders Forum, His Excellency, Chief Ada George, the Peripalama of Okrika. The deputy chairman, the former deputy governor of Rivers State, Ja Alamo Sir GTG Toby. Bishop, let me also thank Bishop Agri for giving us this space free. We thank you for doing that for us because we wanted to honor Clark in the church and you gave us this place without asking for a dime. I thank you. The chairman of our NDB, Senator Mbata, thank you for coming. May I stand on all the existing protocols, but I will not stop by without calling the wife of Alamo Theogram Douglas. Because if I want to speak on Paklak, I cannot speak on Paklak without Alamo Theogram Douglas. I met Clark through Graham Douglas. And before I met him, Biriye died. Napa Biriye died, and we went to bury him in his village. Then I asked Alamo Graham Douglas, now that Biriye is dead, we will take over from him. Everybody at that time was open that Alamo will take over. But they said, no, when the time comes, the leader will emerge. And true to his word, few days after the burial of Napa Biriye, Paklak arrived from London. And they said, the leader has come. I said, how? He said, I am your leader. The leader has come. So we went to visit him. And he spoke to him that now that Biriye is gone, we need a leader for the Niger-Delta. He said, I know. And that's why I am here. So I asked him, how do you know that you are the next leader? He said, my boy, you're not afraid to ask me questions. And he said, look, Wikinzi came to his house one morning, 7 o'clock, with God in jail, and knocked his house. The gate man was afraid. And the gate man ran to him. That one man came with George, without shoe. And he said, it must see you. And he asked the gate man to open the door. He opened the door, and Wikinzi, who was the leader of the Joy in Lagos, came to him and said, look, my time is up. I am going. He poured the whole of God the gin on him. He said, you go and bring another God the gin. He brought the God the gin, his own circumstance. I said, look, I am handing over the mantle of leadership to you. From today, you will see it. That when Napa Biriye dies, the gods will call you to take over. And after pouring the drink, 2 days after, the man died. And I watched him, after that story, I watched him closely. I was very close to Paklak. And he said, look, I was born in May 27. And 1927, I was born. The first thing I did was to make sure all my younger brothers are professors. And indeed, all his younger brothers are professors. The only one of them was only a doctor. He said, I did that because I want leadership to show that I am a leader. He was a man who is passive. He said, look, don't be afraid. You are one of those that may succeed. Don't be afraid. Always speak the truth to authority. Nothing will happen to you. You must speak to the authority. Nobody can touch you. I have done that, and I will continue to do that. And indeed, Paklak never gave up. He always stood out, spoke his mind at the time of need. He was single-handedly pioneered a lot of institutions that are living after him. In the year 2016, the Avengers came up. Niger-Delta was on fire. Yaradua was set to kill everybody. It was bombing. And he said, no, that's 2014. He said, speak to Yaradua. Tell him we will take him to ICC. If he kill us, we will take him to ICC. So we spoke out. My sister Ann Kyo was one of us. We spoke out to save Niger-Delta. The militants at that time were not really fighting for Niger-Delta, but he said we must save them because what they are doing will help us. And in 2016, when the boys started again, Paklak gathered all of us with Alfred Spiff and Obang Atta. And we came and formed PANDEF. Precisely 19 November, he led us to Aso Rock, about 100 of us. And we made the 16-point agenda, asking federal government to treat Niger-Delta as part of Nigeria, that we must give us our due right. It was also about those who went for Korea Conference in 1914 to fight for 50% derivation. At the end of the day, we had 30% derivation. And he never rested there till he died. One thing that happened that many people did not know, in the last local government election in Rivers State, 2 days to the election, he called myself, the INC chairman, Professor Kaba, and the secretary, that we should come over to Abuja immediately. And we went. He said, look, the NSA is calling him now. And I've told the NSA, I am ready to die. If you don't pull out the police from this election, I will do something in Niger-Delta and you will come to arrest me. No, I'm ready to die. He asked us to meet with the team of NSA. And we met, and on Friday, the IG had to order the police out. When the crisis of Rivers State came up, he never relented. Some of us were angry. But he said, you cannot look at the governor. You are fighting for your state and the Niger-Delta. 31st December, I was in the church. By 5 minutes to 12, he called me out and said, what are you doing? I know you will speak. You must continue to speak. Don't draw back. The boy is a job boy. We must fight for him. Don't bother about him. Don't care about him. Fight for River State. Fight for Niger-Delta. And that was what the elders stood for. And the engine room, who was encouraging us, was Paklak. He wanted us to go to court. A team of us went to court in Abuja. He said, Saraibe, you cannot rest. You must go to court in Port Harcourt. We won't accept this. Later, we realized that the judiciary has compromised. They are corrupt. And he was so angry and accused the judiciary that you are corrupt. Accused everybody. Then they ambushed him. Few days after his death, the unthinkable happens. But before he died, he was inviting me to come. I said, well, this man is sick and he's calling me, I won't go. He called me, I said, Baba will come. And when he died, he sent the message, Saraibe, tell Saraibe not to relent. He should fight this fight to the end. And I thank the Elders Forum. We are fighting this battle, not minding the governor, because it's not the governor's business. It's indeed our business. It's indeed the business of River State. No one man can take over River State. We must fight and support who we elected. And we are saying, whatever our governor is negotiating, we don't compromise for second term. River State must fight for that. River State will stand for you. Works are still going on all over the state. Go to every local government. Works are going on. Things are happening. Yet the governor is not on seat. He makes sure whether it's there or not, things happen. That is the kind of governor Rivers need. And so, Mr. Governor, we thank you for coming. And I thank everybody here because Paklak is an icon. He stood for Niger-Delta. He stood for Nigeria. There are 12 of them in Nigeria. When Nigeria was on the crossroad, he called me. He said, my son, Nigeria is on the crossroad. 12 of us will meet and will resolve it. And indeed, after that meeting, peace returned to Nigeria. We have lost a gem, an icon. We will never forget him. We will continue to remember him and follow up his instruction. There are so many things he asks us to do, and we shall do it to his glory. May his soul rest in peace, in Jesus' name.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Your Excellency, the Governor of Rivers State, our daddy in the Lord, may I please join others to thank you so much. This came at a moment's notice, and without hesitating, you didn't even allow the sentence to be finished from what I understood. You said yes. Thank you so much, sir, and God bless you and reward your church. Thank you. Our daddy, Chief Ada George, my father, Sir Toby, and standing on every other protocol, and I think I heard that my Amayanabo is also here, and if he is, I greet you. Say, baby, Amayanabo. And my brother, the senator, now the General President of Ohaneze Ndibo. Greetings to you. Sir, very quickly, I will be quick, but because with their permission, I believe that I am speaking not just as a daughter of River State, not just as a daughter of Niger-Delta, not just as a daughter of Ijo ethnic nationality, but of all the women unite for Sim women. Because they are cut across all the ethnic nationalities of River State. I am indeed very humbled to be recognized and accepted as far back as 10, 15 years ago when this organization of elders was formed, to be amongst them, to be recognized at that time as an upcoming elder, but today actually a bona fide elder in their midst. I've always said that women are in a struggle within a struggle. I am amongst very few of the women that is in this elders group, and I'm very proud to be amongst you. I'm very proud to be your daughter. I'm learning greatly from you, just as I have learned from my daddy, Chief E.K. Clark. I cannot really mention Chief E.K. Clark, my daddy, without mentioning my other daddy, who calls me a pet name, Annie, from when I was a little girl in Abonima, the late Chief Alabo Graham Douglas. And I recognize his wife, and I honor him by recognizing his wife. Very quickly, Chief E.K. Clark, I don't need to read any piece of paper to speak about him. I first met him in 1998, when I came back home finally. After the war, I traveled, and then I came back home in 1998. And I met him. I met Pa Harold Dabapriye. I met one young man called Joseph Kariboro, who was then his secretary, who is now late. I've worked with Chief Anthony Nahoro, the late Pa Anthony Pa Adebayo. So I have studied at the feet of great men, and I also come from a family of politicians from a very long time ago, and traditional institution, of which I am very proud of. At the first lecture that we were given, I was comforted very much and was very proud when Professor Obianume said that Chief E.K. Clark is from two different cultures. He is from the Ijo ethnic nationality, and he's also from the Shekiri ethnic nationality. Ethnic nationality. I am very comforted because I am from two different cultures, as you can obviously see. And so if Chief E.K. Clark can do great things, then I believe that If I follow very well in his footsteps, then I will get somewhere as well. I must honor him by telling him, Governor, I must honor him by telling him thank you on behalf of the people of Rivers State. What he did for us in the past 1 year, we cannot begin to tell it. It will be a time and a place when we will tell that story of what he did for us. He did a lot for us, and we survived. I read there, and I also heard, that one of the things he said while he was dying was, I am a Nigerian and I love Nigeria. I totally understand what he said then and what he meant. But I also know that a few weeks before he died too, even before then, he kept saying and he kept reminding that we must not abandon you, Governor. He said so. You must not abandon my son. He kept referring to you as his son. And I promise you, we will not abandon you. You are not abandoned. Chief E.K. Clark has left great footsteps in the sand of time, which all of us who have had the honor to serve under him, to work with him, to be told off by him, to be ushered in. In Abuja, everybody was claiming, he calls me into his bedroom. I go into his bedroom. That's daddy for you. Everybody went into his bedroom. You go in there and you feel special. And he made everybody feel special. And one thing he always believed that must happen, and those quotes are here, and I will use those quotes to round up. The elders have put it together. The one I love the most is, he said, you cannot take our oil and leave our people in poverty. We demand justice, not charity. That is the truth. Niger-Delta demands justice, not charity. We're very rich. We have no business being poor. And he also said, if oil were found in the north, would we be treated this same way? He also said, we are not beggars. We are asking for what is ours. Rivers State today is asking for what is ours. Not everybody is a politician, but I assure you that in choosing not to be a politician, I have chosen to make sure that I hear and know what politicians are doing and saying in our name. Therefore, we believe and we know that our governor is going to come back. Our governor is going to come back. He's going to come back stronger. The support for him is going to be stronger. And we, through him, are going to demand for more, much more than we are getting today within this space of Nigeria. Chief E.K. Clark, in all he said about loving Nigeria and wanting to remain a Nigerian is true. We also love Nigeria, but I stand here to declare that as much as I love Nigeria because I am still a Nigerian, I love Rivers State more. I love Rivers State more because that is the only state that I have and own, and I don't want to be in any other state but Rivers State. And by God's grace, it is well with Rivers State. May Chief E.K. Clark rest in peace, but may he always be there to guide us, and may we always remember anyone that has come in touch with him. May we remember what he has infused into us, whether it is a word or whether it is a sentence, that we are a people of strength, we are a people of ownership, and that indeed we are not beggars and we will never beg. Thank you very much for having me. I'm honored. Thank you.
The Governor of Rivers State, Siminalayi Fubara, GSSRS, the former Governor of Rivers State, our Big Daddy, Chief Rufus Ada George. He was a very close friend to my husband. And we have Sir G.T.G. Toby here, another daddy of mine. We were told not to give too many names in the protocol, but I haven't seen Apostle Zili agree for a long time. So I think I have to recognize you because I haven't seen you for some time. So I'm going to stop there. You see, we didn't need to invite only Ijos for this program. And so I'm glad I was allowed to speak. Pa Edwin Clark was a father for all of us. And we are here to honor whom honor is due. Chief Dr. Edwin Kiabodo Clark is worthy of giving honor more than most people that we have been honoring in Nigeria. He was a patriot who never saw what was happening in any wrong direction and kept quiet. No, he won't keep quiet. And one could say that he was happy, somebody had said it before, he was happy to be a Nigerian and did not spare a moment away from contributing his quota whenever it was necessary. When he started the university in Kiabodo, Delta State, we all heard about it and we were very excited about it. One day, I received a call from a lady who said she was his secretary, informing me that Chief Dr. Edwin Clark wanted to speak with me. And I was wondering, we had never met. What does he want to say to me? Such an icon, what does he want to say? I was very surprised, to say the least. I took the call, and he said, "Hello, Professor Konya. I have a letter for you." And I said, "Really? I'll be sending it by courier to you in Port Harcourt." And I immediately asked what the letter was about. And he said he wanted me to assist in doing something in the university he had just started. I eventually received the letter by courier, And to my surprise, he had appointed me a member of the council of his university. I phoned him when I received the appointment letter, and I asked how he got my name. He said I was in academics, and it was easy to access my name. And I was really, really surprised because I never met him when he made this appointment. I never knew that there were still people like him in Nigeria who would appoint a person into a position without even knowing the person or meeting the person. Not the scenario of getting it through somebody who knows somebody, who knows somebody, who knows somebody. However, this has been my case in my life. I've been getting appointments without soliciting for them, and even sometimes not knowing me. So I took it so. People have mentioned what is happening in Rio State. In February last year, women came out in River State and said, we cannot have two governors at a time. And even the most illiterate of women in the village understood what we're saying. That we can't have two governors at a time. We can only have one governor at a time. I know how Clark talked about this matter. What is happening in River State? Because what is happening in River State is not democratic. It is off limit. It is off limit. He was a leader of the Ijaws, like we have heard, in Nigeria. I am Ogoni. My Ijaw friends were surprised and happy to see my name in the university brochure. And they phoned to say, Rosalind, how manage? I said, don't worry. Clark knew how he got my name. Dr. Miles Monroe, of blessed memory, preached the principle of dying empty. Dying empty. And I'm convinced that our icon died empty or near empty. And we thank God for that. Because he never had anything going on anywhere in the wrong direction and kept quiet. No. He must contribute. He must give his opinion. And his opinion was always sound. As a scientist, I know that no two proteins are the same. And I'm sure my colleague, Obianeme, will attest to that. That no two proteins are the same. And as unique as Chief Dr. Edwin Clark was, we cannot dream of having another person like him. We can't. We cannot. He was unique. He was unique in himself. And so anyone trying to be like him will not succeed. All of us should try to be ourselves, and all of us also should try to learn a lot of things from him, especially character and truth. Truth. Politicians think, not all politicians, some politicians think that you need to tell stories that are not correct in order to become a good politician. But Pa Clark was very truthful. Everything he said, if you verify them, you will see that they were very true, and he was not afraid of anybody. Chief Edwin, Dr. Clark, OFR-CON, was a masterpiece and was not produced by God on an assembly line. Did you get that? It was not produced on an assembly line. Nigeria will miss him. And I know that wherever he is, he will remember the things he said when he was alive. And he will be wondering whether we are actually following the things he said when he was alive. Women say things and follow up. And they are here in their numbers. They say things and follow up. And they cannot be taken to a corner. No, they can't. They can't be taken to a corner, can they? Exactly what they think is what they say. And when they say it, they mean it. I thank God that our Pa Clark has gone to be with his ancestors. I'm saying it like the way Professor Bianime said it, but I would have said he has gone to be with the Lord. He's going to be with the Lord. And I pray that we are going to get somebody else sometime, fearless, to do the things that he did when he was alive. Each time I heard his voice on television, I came out to listen, because I knew that that's a man talking, truthful in everything he said. Let us not be bought. I'm speaking to both men and women. When you believe in something, follow up, like Pa E.K. Clark did. And until you see the results, don't leave it. Follow it up. River State is for us. And anyone who sells River State, anyone, I mean anyone, it doesn't matter who sells River State, has to wait for the consequences. Because God is in heaven and is watching all of us, ensuring that what we are doing is the right thing. That what we are saying is the correct thing. When women speak, you see people complaining, why are they doing this? Why are they not doing this? Why are they doing... Which one are you doing yourself? Which one are you doing? Which one? I will end it because I must obey that we should speak for 3 minutes or 5 minutes. And I don't think I've spoken for, okay, 2.5 minutes. Thank you for listening. Thank you.
Governor of River State. Each time we call him governor, we have a rapport. The man is governor. And by grace of God, he will remain governor. One thing about you I admire, and I'm sure many others admire, is your faith in God. For everything you do and talk, you give glory to God. And because you trust in God, you will never be confounded. My chairman of Elders and Leaders Forum, Chief Rufus the Judge, under whose auspices we organize this, and Apostle Zili Agri. I hear them calling you Bishop. But now you are primate. You have refused to leave Apostle. But one thing I want to say is that this man is my cherished in-law. And all those who want to see him should please come through me. Chief Azutambata, President General of Ohanes and Debo. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Chief Dr. Edwin Kiabodo Clark, OFR CON, was one of the great and patriotic Nigerians that was still standing. A distinguished personality of great repute. Where is it? Come, stay around me because I'm shaking.
Okay, let me, can I leave to your seat?
No, hold it. A distinguished personality of great repute, well respected and admired by many people. A leader of the South-South geopolitical zone, national leader of Niger-Delta Forum, PANDEF, and Ijaw Nation. Chief Ike Clark served as a commissioner in Midwestern Nigeria government. Chief Ike Clark was a commissioner in the Midwestern government. He was a commissioner in the federal government. He was a voice to be listened to in political landscape of this country. He was a revered traditional ruler in his community. He served his country, his state, with passion and without blemish. He was a compassionate to the downtrodden, and above all, he was the voice of the voiceless. He will be remembered as a bold, courageous, and fearless advocate and defender of what is just and equitable. He spoke eloquently, even at his old age, always speaking his mind on any occasion and on any subject, especially when it affected the Niger-Delta and the Ijaw Nation. We in Rivers State will remember him for standing to defend us against injustice and unfair treatment. Our condolences, therefore, go to his family and the Ijaw Nation and the Niger-Delta region. May his soul rest in perfect peace.